Will ticker beat the case and potentially squeeze all the way upwards of the dollar levels once again? Or is this a ticker which is glory days are behind it? You should be cutting your losses and walking away from. What's up, trend friends? Today, let's see beat under three different lenses: the why, the what, the where. The why, we're going to be doing a callous breakdown. The what, we're going to do some stock analysis. The where, telling you guys where to get in and where to get out. So without further ado, hit the thumbs up button and now let's get to work. So when it comes to beat, as always, we want to talk about the why because in order to predict the future, we first need to understand the past. And we want to analyze and understand, hey, you know what, man? This is a ticker which ran from 50 cents to 99 cents, now all the way back down to 70 cents. What happened, right? Why was it running to begin with? Because if we can figure out why it was running to the upside, then we can analyze and understand whether or not this sell side was actually reasonable, aka stay away, or is this just an overreaction and just a pullback and we can go ahead and capitalize on this pullback and go ahead and actually buy it for a bounce to the upside. So first thing which you want to do is figure out the why. So why did this ticker move in the first place? Well, that's some interesting news. Okay, so it says Heartbeam provides an update on regulatory path following FDA decision on 12-lead ACG synthesis software application. So pretty much what happened, to sum it up, I've already read the article for you guys. Pretty much what happened is that they sent their ECG synthesis software application to the FDA, and the FDA said, no. That's what the FDA said. The FDA looked at it and said, nope, nada. This doesn't look similar enough to the previous stuff which we've had in order for us to kind of pretty much fast track, approve it, and say you're good to go. That's how the FDA works, right? I think so many people, when it comes to FDA approvals, they think that it's a, and when I first started trading as well, many moons ago, that's kind of how I thought as well. I thought of it as kind of like a patenting system, right? But it's really not like that. It's more of kind of like a lawsuit thing, right? It's like a legal precedent where, what the FDA does is they look at what they've previously approved, and if your product or your medication or whatever is extremely similar to that, they're like, okay, well, you know what, we approved that. Yeah, we'll approve this. That makes sense. Yeah, it's approved. Now your company has the ability to go out and sell an FDA approved product. Okay, so that's really what's going on here, right? Where they're saying, hey, you know what? We don't have a product which is similar enough to this product which you were trying to come out with. So you're either gonna have to give us more proof that this is FDA approvable, okay? FDA approvable, or you're gonna have to just, put in a new freaking FDA approval or FDA whatever for us to go out and go review it, right? FDA review is what they call it, right? And that's exactly what Heartbeam is saying. Heartbeam is saying, you know what? We're gonna go about this in two ways. Okay, so we're either gonna change the label, all right, change what it looks like a little bit, say, oh yeah, well this actually does this and does this. Hey, look, this company does this and this does that. Okay, or we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna just submit a whole new FDA review and hope and pray that things go our way. Okay, so that's what we're dealing over here with. Okay, that's what we're dealing with. So we're dealing with a company which says, hey, they're willing to go ahead and they're pretty much taking on the FDA head on and saying, hey, you know what? We should be getting approved. We should be getting approved and we're going to get approved one way or another. Now, the reality is that this isn't an approval, okay? And that's important for you guys to understand. So this isn't an approval. So what this does is that this isn't amazing news. So we're just going to put it really as okay news, okay? Because that's really what it is, right? It is okay news. Right? It's not even good news, really. I mean, is it good news that they're taking action and they're trying to go about it in a different way? Yeah, but have we seen results yet? We haven't seen results yet. So it's just the company saying, hey, we're planning on doing this, yada, blah, blah. Okay, there's that. Now, moving on to the what. Okay, so when it comes to the what's very important because no matter how strong or weak the why is, if the what is good enough, the stock can move and it can move explosively. Right? Now, what is the what? The what is not the company, the what is the stock. And that's important. Listen to what I'm saying. The what is the stock. The stock is not the company and the company is not the stock. There are certain things that are good for the stock. There are certain things that are good for the company. Sometimes they coincide, but sometimes they differ, right? So let's get talking about the stock. So what is a stock? The stock is supply and demand. That's it, supply and demand. When there's a limited amount of supply, demand comes in, stock shoots up, all right? So let's figure out how much supply does BEAT have to begin with. So when it comes to BEAT, right? It's got a free float of 26 million shares, putting its float market cap at approximately $20 million, okay? So a $20 million company, pretty much, right? It's very volatile, right? Again, this is going to be extremely volatile. Now, this is the thing about volatility, is that it's a double-edged sword, right? It's a double-edged sword, because just as fast as things can go up, just as fast as things can come down. So do remember that, right? Don't get excited, oh, it's volatile, that means it's going to squeeze up. No. It means you can get price action like this, right? From 50 cents to $1, by the end of the day, back at 70 cents, right? This is the type of price action you get with a very volatile ticker, right? Now, the next thing which we want to look at is going to be, hey, okay, you know what? It's got small float, but what's the big money doing? Is the big money holding the float or what? Is the big money backing this company or not? Well, when we take a look, the company has a institutional ownership of approximately 10%, which is okay. It's actually relatively good for a company in the healthcare space. So we're gonna give it a pretty good rating. We're gonna just put this at okay. We're gonna put this institutional ownership at okay. This is the institutions holding and managing the people in suits. Okay. Now the next thing which we're gonna look at is going to be, okay, you know what? They have an okay holding. They have an okay supply, relatively low. What are the odds that the company is going to go ahead and they're going to add to this supply? Why would the company add to this supply, Sam? What are you talking about? What do you mean add to this supply? How does that even work? Dilution. I'm talking about dilution. Now, dilution comes in two forms, okay? It comes in a form of an offering, or in a form of previously handed out shares, and now those pigs, the big money, is there going like, yeah, cashing these shares and cashing those warrants and cashing these convertible notes. Okay, so what are the odds that the company is going to come out with a new offering? First, let's figure that out. Well, when it comes to the new offering, that's dependent on their financial motivations. Okay, when we take a look at the company's most recent SEC filings, this is what we see. The company right now has $700K in the bank. They're burning $3.7 million every quarter. They got no money. They literally have no money. 0 months of cash. They got no money. They're broke. Okay? That's what you're dealing with over here. So they're broke as a joke. All right? So their finances, we're going to put it as terrible. Okay? That's their cash. Okay? The Benjis. Now, that's the odds of them coming up with a new offering is high. What about the previous offerings that they did? Have those been included, or have they been concluded with, dealt with? What's going on there? Well, look at this. They also have a big overhead supply. Big overhead supply, historically very dilutive. Not looking good, my friends. Not looking good. And look at this. A big portion of this is at the market convertibles. At the market convertibles, meaning the moment the stock goes up, the company can just go ahead and pump shares. Not good at all. Not good at all, my friends, mi amigos. So odds of dilution becomes terrible. Let's see what the shorts have been doing. When it comes to beat, the short interest is up 47% the past trading day, or the past trading week, which is not bullish at all. You do not want short interest going up. This is a common misconception in the trading world, where people think that if short interest goes up, that's good. If short interest goes up, that is not good. Okay? That just means that the opposition sees strength in their hand. Okay? That's what that means. You don't want that. Okay? You do not want that. And I'll tell you this, the shorts have a lot more to lose than the longs do. So anytime you see short interest going up, that's not a good look. Just so you know, that's not a good look. All right? We're going to put this as bad. It's not terrible, but it's bad. Okay? Now let's talk about the charts. Okay? Now we can talk about the where. All right? We talked about the why. We talked about the what. Now we talk about the where. Congratulations, you made it through. Now, what I want you guys to do is comment down below, how many shares of BEAT do you own? You don't have to tell me what your average is. Even though I know people who have a great average, they always tend to tell you what their average is. But I don't want you to tell me what your average is. I want you to go ahead and comment down below what your share size is, okay? And I will guess what your average is. How about that? Okay, I'll reply to each and every single comment. Let me know how many shares you're holding, okay? And I'll come out and I'll tell you guys what your average is. All right, that's it. Anyways, let's get into it. So, let's get back to it. So, when it comes to beat, okay? Where do I get in? Where do I get out, Sam? Where do I get in? Where do I get out? Well, I do see it coming up and testing this, 80-cent levels again. Okay, I do see it testing these 80-cent levels again. That is a possibility, the test of 80 cents. Now, unfortunately, guys, as of right now, the highest it's going to go is going to be $1. It's not going to get above $1, right? And it's unfortunate, but that's the reality, right? Until we hear from the Fed, not from the Fed, until we hear from the FDA, right? Whether or not they submitted it or something like that, right? That's going to be interesting. Now, once we hear from the FDA, then we're going to see some price action like this, or boing, big boner to the upside, right? That could be a possibility depending on what happens, because look at this. Look at this death candle. What happened with this death candle? Oh, I wonder what happened. I'll tell you what happened. This is when they got the news that FDA was like, sorry guys, you're not cool enough. We don't fuck with you. Okay? That's what you saw over here. Now, when it comes to Beat, this did give us many day trading opportunities Monday or Friday afternoon. Okay, so this was a relatively good trade, Thursday and Friday afternoon. So this was really good Wednesday and Friday afternoon. I should say that. And that's it. Okay, so it was good day trading stuff, but from holding it overnight, we did not hold this ticker overnight just because of, its dilutive history and everything like that. We didn't want to risk it. Now, listen, if you guys want to trade alongside me every single day and you're tired of losing money, okay, you're tired of what feels like freaking just throwing money down the garbage bin, check out our private community. Our private community right now is on a massive sale. It's the biggest sale which we've ever had. Right now, the next 10 members that join, they get access to everything for a 50% discount for life. And guess what? Our community, let me show you something. Relax, don't click away. Just give me 2 seconds, all right? 2 seconds. Our community is the only community which comes with a 2 weeks free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee. And we already have over 400 members coming back. We give you access to day trade alerts, swing alerts, option alerts. If you look on the left-hand side, day trade alerts, swing alerts, option alerts, lessons, one-on-one access, dividend stocks, crypto alerts, everything. Jim B says 5 days into the 14 days trial and the Discord cost is already paid for. I've only been trading the swing alerts, or else it would be a lot more if I had the time to also day trade. Thanks, Sam, and the amazing team you put together. Beautiful. Been in a few servers in my life, the rest don't even fucking compare. Not just the trade quality, but also the mentors actually care about you making money. Stop slacking and try to free trial. Lisa could say after all the bread this place has made me. Beautiful. IVP, CTY, CMCT. Listen to what my man said.
Alright, had to take a little video because of how fucking good these trades have been. It's a Pro Trader JS. Look at the screenshots below. Deadass just paid for my ski trip. I'm out here on the slopes. I haven't done shit all day today, except for fucking ski, hit a few buttons on my phone, and fucking made a few $100s.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much, guys. We've been crushing it, man. My man says W Sam, $186 in a single day. Excellent returns on a zero day to zero. Shout out the option chat for excellent mentors and support there. Beautiful. My man says, I joined after getting burned in Moon Market Discord. Shout out Jamie says, I joined after getting burned in Moon Market Discord from Pump and Dumps about 5 months ago. Easily the best decision I ever made. Keep working hard, Sam. Beauty. Beauty, 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 man. Lily Didn't Kill Yourself says, this community has changed my life. The few thousands I've made here this month did not, but getting out of my losing streak on what felt like a damn gambling habit did. Like Sam says, trade the best, leave the rest, and that's exactly what this community has been. Only quality trades thanks to these are the other mentors alongside myself. Give it a shot. Okay, that's it. Listen, I could go over these and read them to you for another freaking 15 hours, but it wouldn't do anything, all right? 2 weeks free trial, 30 days money back guarantee. Next 10 members, 50% discount. Why next 10 members, 50% discount, Sam? Because we want to reward the action takers, not the procrastinators. That's why. Get to work, get ready. Let's get to work together. Thank you for watching. Your boy Sam for Prop Academy.